For this project, Chloe and I went to Olivedale Ranch Nudist Resort. I chose this culture because it was something that I was unfamiliar with and that made me uncomfortable, and that I was a little interested into getting a better idea of why people are in this culture. The experience overall wasn't as bad as I had thought it was going to be. As soon as we got there, we were driving up a dirt path. We were a little unsure if we were taking the right direction, but as soon as we pulled up more, we realized it was more like a trailer home, and we saw someone in the distance. We're driving up, and it wasn't until we got closer we realized that this man was completely naked, and then it hit us that we're in the right spot. He pointed us towards the right direction and we headed towards the pool. As soon as we found parking, we stopped. We found a couple people, asked if we were in the right location and how we go about starting this. They told us what to do, and then we headed towards the restroom and then just started undressing from there. We were a little nervous at first, but the people there were very welcoming. One thing that I noticed when we first got there was that most of the people were all older. They explained that they lived there, how long they've lived there, answered any questions that we had, told us their background story, and made us feel very comfortable knowing that it was our first time and that we hadn't done anything like this. We had explained to them that we were there for a school project, and they were very interested, asked us questions as we asked them, and they were just very nice. One of the members there had given us a little tour of everything, and then after a couple hours of experiencing the culture more, getting in the pool, getting some of the shots that we needed to get, we decided it was time to head out. We went back to the bathrooms, we got dressed, came out, thanked everyone for all their help and for just being so welcoming, got to the car, and then headed back out. The experience made me feel more liberal in a way. It was something that I never saw myself doing and never really thought of, and it made me feel more comfortable. Co-cultures was one of the concepts that I found. This was because it was a culture that distinguished unique patterns of living and communication within this dominant culture. Another thing would be culture shock. Driving up, and when we asked the man for directions, I was a little shocked and nervous that he was outside his house sweeping completely naked, covered in dirt. Generalizing and stereotypes are another one. When I first thought of it, I thought, okay, maybe it is going to be older people, maybe pervy people, people that don't want to, be with other people around here in our general area. Objectivity is another one that I had, having to engage with this culture just with my thoughts of what type of people would be there before I actually got. And of course, ethnocentrism, finding it odd before I did this project that people would want to, walk around and hang out completely naked and just be around everyone else who is completely naked. What I learned from this experience was that the nudist culture is not what I thought at all. It's actually pretty interesting. It's cool, live free. At the Olivedale, it was everyone coming together as a family. There were older people, there was a mom with her kid there. Everyone was just very supportive of everyone and very nice. I also learned to be more comfortable and not to care what other people think, because we're all built the same way. We all have, for the most part, the same things. One thing that I think everyone can learn from this experience is not to judge people based on their clothing or material, or be so materialistic. One of the things that we learned there was also that when everyone, is stripped down, you don't know where they come from, what they do. You get to know them more on their actions and how they talk to you and what you guys are talking about. You don't judge them based on the brand of clothing that. After this experience, I would suggest that everyone go to Nudist Colony Resort at least one point in their life, just to experience it and just to see how that culture really is and how they really live. Thank you.